And so what is that? Did I just mess up? Yes. So once I slapped that on my eyeballs, I'm just, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm like all giddy doing my intro because clearly I'm in a different spot than I ever am. And it's just so different, but it takes me back, way back to my beauty video days. So if you guys have seen the title, you obviously know today's video is going to be my go-to everyday fall mommy makeup routine. I have been getting so many questions and people asking if I will do a makeup kind of tutorial or get ready with me. And I was definitely gonna do like a get ready with me fashion, but I am actually filming at, it's like 6:30 at night. Sydney is downstairs playing with her dad, and I thought it was gonna be a perfect opportunity to come upstairs and kind of hide and just film like a makeup tutorial. I feel like I can't even say that because it's been so long. But yeah, I thought I would show you guys what I've been doing for makeup as of recently. I pretty much do not change anything up at all. Like, this is gonna be my go-to fall products. And yeah, if you guys appreciate and enjoy videos like these, give it a thumbs up. So I usually do my makeup in about like 30 minutes max. And I'm just gonna show you everything that I do. I'm gonna talk you through it as well, show you my favorite products, and let's jump into it. So first things first is my foundation. I use Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I've been using this for forever, basically, and I pretty much do not stray now because this is just my favorite foundation. Actually, I have very dry skin right now, so I'm just gonna spray my face with this Fix Plus, but I usually don't do this. I usually just do my moisturizer or whatever, and if I'm doing makeup where I want it to last, or it's like a hot kind of slimy day out, then I do primer. But honestly, like, as a busy mom, I don't do primer every day, that's for sure. So I just sprayed that on my face because I'm actually extra dry right now. My shade, in case you guys care, is Natural Beige. And then I've been using the same brushes forever, and they're so stained and dirty and I need to clean them. But I don't even know if the shade matches me right now, but I'm using Natural Beige, and I just love this foundation so much because it is like medium to full coverage. It's mostly full coverage without being cakey and drying. And I know a lot of people love this for their skin type. I'm normal to dry skin, so that is just my thing. But I actually get questions a lot about what my favorite foundation is, and it's been Too Faced Born This Way forever. Don't forget, blend it down the neck, on the jawline, over the ears, blend. Okay, so once I slap my foundation on, honestly, I could probably go with like an in-between this and my darker shade, but I don't have one, so this is what I'm using right now. Okay, so then I go in with my concealer, and my concealer hasn't changed in years, since before it had Sydney, I believe. Basically since this came out. So this is Tarte Shape Tape. It's my go-to, especially right now where I've been doing momtober and been getting very little sleep. I have very dark circles. This concealer, honestly, is the best concealer I've ever tried. I really haven't tried any other concealers ever since they kind of came out with this and I discovered it. It's full coverage, it's not drying, it does not crease on me, it does not cake on me at all. It's amazing. Honestly, it's like the best concealer I've ever tried. And I use my Morphe sponge, and it is damp. I got it damp and then kind of wiped it off with a towel, or took off the excess with a towel. But yeah, I cover my eyelids with it, and also my dark circles. My eyelids are so veiny and can be red and purple, and I just find that it makes everything kind of like come together and make me look more refreshed and awake. I think I filmed a video the other day where I was just wearing foundation, no concealer at all, and I was just, I don't know why I even did that, but it looked so weird. I made my eyes like I don't know, super tired and like I was crying, but it's just because I have a lot of veins and colors in my eyes. But I just do it in a triangle, kind of, it's like maybe one shade lighter than my foundation. And I just do it in a triangle underneath my eyes, and pat, 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 and then over my eyelids as well. So like I said, it doesn't really crease on me, but I still do set it with a powder. Ignore the top, it's disgusting, but I use the RCMA No Color powder. This is my favorite under eye powder. I like the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, but it's still, I don't know. it's a little bit drying because I have super dry under eyes, and this powder is just the best for me with my dry eyes. And then I use it to set my eyelids as well. Keep saying I feel so weird talking about makeup because I haven't played with makeup or or tried much new makeup at all recently. And I say recently, I mean over the past 2.5 years, ever since I had Sydney, I have basically not gone into Sephora or Ulta like to buy makeup or figure out what's new or anything like that. Just, you know, time and priority. And now I'm actually doing my makeup more and trying to, you know, get back into what makes me happy and all of that jazz. So yeah, I just set my concealer and just kind of like wipe away the excess powder. And then after I go in with my powder, I will go in with bronzer. I've got my makeup kind of stationed over here. I just flipped my desk around. Hold please. These are the two bronzers that I've been loving. The Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula and Makeup Forever Bronzer I absolutely love. This one, it just happens to be a darker shade, and this one is gorgeous, but yeah, it might be a little bit too dark for me right now because I don't have a self tan on, and my tan from the summer fades so fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and plop that all around my face for a glow. I always go in on my cheeks. I do the 3, like, you know, from the forehead to the cheeks to the jawline, the number 3. And then I do a tiny bit on my ears and then on my nose as well. And then top of my forehead, my hairline. I have a larger forehead, so the more you shade right here, the smaller, like that closes in your forehead. That's the theory, at least. And I love that bronzer. Sydney loves that bronzer too because it smells like coconuts. And she knows every single time I bring it out, she's like, can I smell it? Coconuts. It's so cute. And then I pop a little bit on my nose too. I don't contour or anything. Mom ain't got time for that right now. Pop a little bit of color down my neck too. Okay. So after I go in with bronzer, I will do my, my blush. So for blush, I do switch it up a little bit. A lot of times recently, I've been going in with my Morphe, what is it, 8W palette. It has a bunch of beautiful blushes. I've been going in with these 3. Anywhere from those 3, or my favorite one that I just showed in my current like fall favorites. If I can find, I don't know, did I put it back? Okay, well, I definitely can't find my NARS Lovejoy, but that's what I would typically go in with. So instead, I'm just gonna use the shade Unapologetic from the Morphe 8W palette. These are very pigmented and very, like, just very pigmented. So I just do a couple of taps, and then I kind of tap the excess off my hand. But I'm kind of not afraid of going in with too much blush because blush fades on me really fast. So I look a little crazy in the beginning, but then it will fade throughout the day. So that's okay. If you guys are interested in my brushes, I mean, I use mostly Morphe brushes. I can link them down below as well. Totally wish I could collab with Morphe someday, but don't know if they collab with moms who barely do their makeup. I do it on the apples of my cheeks and then kind of blend it into my bronzer and blend it up. And then I will go in with highlight as well. I always, if I'm gonna do my face, then I usually just do all the powders, all the like bronzer, blush, and highlight because I feel like it just brings everything together and it takes 5 seconds to do anyway. For highlight, we're just gonna go on with this one because it's my staple all-time favorite. I have 5,000 highlights and I actually switch them up all the time. But I will say this is probably the one that I go in with the most. Now this is in my Jaclyn Hill like Becca palette, but it's just Champagne Pop. And I usually mix it with Prosecco Pop just because it's there. But yeah, Champagne Pop is just kind of a staple and it goes with so many different skin tones. And I just really like it. And I've always really liked it. Even if you don't like Jaclyn Hill, it's just a good highlight and you can't deny that. So I just go ahead and go in with we'll do Champagne Pop. Oh man. And then I pop that on the high points of my cheek. Did I go with pink on accident? So I go on the high points of my kind of cheekbone, and then I pop it on the tip of my nose. I don't know, I always like a nose highlight. Not too crazy, but a little something something. And that's about it. I used to highlight like all over my face, and as I age, it just shows all the wrinkles and all the pores and whatever. So I just stick to the high points of my cheek and the tip of my nose, and then I call it good as far as my face goes. And then after I go on with all of my face products is when I do my eyebrows. Guys, I think that this is gonna be the last application I get out of this because I just need to go get more. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in the shade Taupe. Yeah, see, like, I'm so out. So, and then the trick to me with brows is to get really up close. So I use my crazy magnifying mirror and I get all up in there and kind of look at my scary face in there and just kind of, I don't take too much time on my brows. I just take, I don't know, probably just a few minutes. And I kind of use little strokes and draw the shape that I want and kind of try to make them look as natural as possible, but fill them in as well. And then after I'm done kind of putting the product in, I like to brush it around and see if I need to add any more somewhere. And call it good. But see what a difference brows make. I used to never do my brows, and I'm sure everyone does them nowadays, but they just make such a difference. Even if you don't do makeup much, I feel like brows and mascara and you're good. Like those kind of frame your face. So if you don't really, you're not into makeup, but you want to look a little bit less, you know, zombie-ish, if you're that mom like I am. Okay, so now that brows are done, I will move on to eyeshadow. And honestly, half the time, most of the time, I don't do eyeshadow, but if I'm going for a full face of makeup, and I want to look a little extra, then I definitely do eyeshadow. And for the purpose of this video, because that is what we're doing here, makeup tutorial, I'm gonna throw on some eyeshadow. And I have a bunch of Morphe palettes just sitting here. I have so many eyeshadow palettes, and I actually have a few new makeup item things from different brands that I've never tried before, so I'm so excited to give them a try. But for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna go in with my everyday shadows. I have the Morphe 25A palette here. It's filthy and disgusting, sorry about that. But the Morphe 25A, and it just has all kinds of neutral brown tone colors, and that's what I usually go with. And then I also have my, I don't know, the palette that I made forever ago with a bunch of MAKEUPGEEK shadows. Yeah, I think these are all MAKEUPGEEK, and then I have a random MAC powder, but mostly MAKEUPGEEK, maybe a couple of MAC shadows, and I just go in with a bunch of neutrals. So there's that. Actually, I will use that today. I'm gonna use that, and I will show you what I use because I want to support MAKEUPGEEK. And this one is the Morphe 35O palette. This one is so beautiful. If you are new into makeup or whatever and you don't know what to do as far as shadows go, 35O palette, it's so good. And Morphe shadows are really inexpensive, and all the beauty gurus have discount codes. So anyway, just throwing that in there. Okay, so as far as my shadows go, I'm gonna go in with MAKEUPGEEK's, I think, Peach Smoothie. I don't even remember the names of these. It's been so long. I just dive in with them. Yeah, MAKEUPGEEK's Peach Smoothie. This is an embarrassingly dirty palette, but I literally just throw that all over my eyelid, basically. I'm not gonna do a big look. I'm just gonna show you what I do daily. I used to take 2 and 3 hours to do my makeup and like getting close and make sure I was blending and being perfect. And I totally want to do that at some point again in my life, but that is not where I'm at right now. And then I'm gonna go in with Creme Brulee. This is like throwing it back. I feel like I'm Jaclyn Hill or watching a Jaclyn Hill tutorial, because these are the colors that she used to use all the time, and she's the one who got me to buy them, and now I use them pretty much every single day. I just kind of do this to layer it up to make it not look as plain, and I feel like I have kind of bigger eyes, but they're like sunken in, so I feel like I need something to bring them out a little bit more. And I have hooded, not sunken in, I have hooded eyes, And the skin kind of always brings my eyes, just makes them look tired. So I feel like this opens them up a little bit more. So I just kind of shove that all around. And then I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush, guys. Don't mind me. My brushes are needing to be washed, and trust me, I know it's disgusting. And then this one, what is this one? Frappe, another Makeup Geek shadow that I always go in. You can tell, I like hip hand and I'm got big hunkin' divots in these. And then I'm gonna go in with Frappe, and this is where I start to kind of do an eyeshadow look. I'll just bring it on the outer corner of my eye and tap it there and get most of the product off my brush, and then I'll kind of blend it in just a second. But nothing crazy. I don't like do that a crazy eyeshadow look every single day. Sorry, I don't know how to film these things without my mirror being in the way. And then I'm also gonna go in with a touch of this one, and this is Americano, showing you the back. This is Americano by Makeup Geek as well, and it's just like a really dark brown, espresso brown, obviously Americano, like a coffee brown. So I'm gonna take that on the same brush, I don't even care. And I'm gonna tap off the excess and pop that in the outer corner as well. And then that is all I'm gonna do for today's eyeshadow look, because this is supposed to be my everyday, if I'm doing a full face of makeup look, not glam or extra special. And I definitely don't go glam or extra special on a daily. So once I slap that on my eyeballs, I'm just gonna kind of take the excess off of there, and then blend it all around with a fluffy brush. Again, this just adds a little something extra, and because I have those hooded eyelids with all that extra skin, I like to pop. And so what is that? Did I just mess up? Yes. How did I get that on my eye? Man. Okay, so I just put Sydney to bed, and it is like an hour later, and here I am picking up where I left off. So I don't even remember where I left off. Somewhere blending some eyeshadows. So I also usually put eyeshadow on my lower lash line. I just feel super weird if I only do eyeshadow on my top. So I will go ahead and go in with basically the same shades, except for the lighter one, on my lower lash line. So this one right here, which, what did we say it was? Creme Brulee? Yep. So I will go ahead and go in with Creme Brulee. By the way, this is my favorite. And yes, I got this brush recommendation from Jaclyn Hill, but it's the best. Morphe E4. To me, it's my favorite brush for my lower lash line. So I just feel like this brings everything back together when I do my makeup. I feel like I just have to add something to my lower lash line, and I seriously don't care about placement much. I just kind of slap it in there. Granted, my eyes are so red and bloodshot right now because I'm just go, go, go. And I gotta wake up early, except for I'm finally getting my hair done tomorrow. And you guys, I'm bringing Sydney with me for the first time ever. I don't know how it's gonna go, and my friend offered to take her, but I just feel like it would be more work for her to take her and me to go get her and whatever. I just am so busy that I feel like I'm just gonna bring her with me. Bring the little tablet, and hopefully she sits still for 2 hours. Anyway, so I'm gonna go in with Americano with a little flat definer brush and stamp this on my lower lash line, like actually kind of in my lashes, if that makes sense. Nothing crazy. I'm just adding definition and whatnot. Okay, so now I usually do, if I'm gonna do an eyeshadow look, I tend to wear black in my waterline, like pencil liner. And if I don't do any eyeshadow, then I usually don't do black eyeliner. I'll just do mascara. But since we have an eyeshadow kind of look going on, I need to complete it, in my opinion, with this. I don't know. If I find this, I will link it down below, but I feel like I cannot find it anymore. And I actually had a bunch of backups of these back when I was a makeup hoarder. This is the Monster Ardency in black, like their black pencil liner. Honestly, I haven't found one that's as good as this, so I'm really, really hoping they still sell it. Again, if I can find it, I will link it down below. It's just the most intense. I feel like I can't talk when I do this. The most intense and creamy and smooth, and it lasts long, and it's just the best. And then, okay, so I'm also gonna because I'm not putting on false lashes because I hardly ever put false lashes on anymore, I'm going to also line my upper waterline with this, and I'm just gonna briefly like do that. I don't know why I just held my breath for that. Well, I couldn't talk. Anyway, so I line my upper waterline with that as well. And then I'm just gonna go in with mascara. And I'm only using my drugstore Voluminous, what is this? Voluminous Original, the L'Oreal. Honestly, I don't really care for this mascara because I feel like it transfers so bad. Like you have to seriously make sure it's super dry before you open your eyes or it will transfer. Down here, up here, all of the above. My favorite is Too Faced Better Than Sex, but I don't have that currently. I'm out. So I'm just using this up and it's almost time to replace this anyway. But you guys know if you watch my channel, you know that I'm obsessed with that lash serum from Amazon. And well, it's not originally from whatever, that I get off Amazon. And I feel like I don't need to wear false, I always poke my eye with that mascara. I feel like I don't need to wear false lashes as much because my eyelashes are actually growing. And I just basically pile on the mascara and call it good. So that is pretty much all I do for an everyday makeup look if I'm doing makeup. And then I will set it as well because again, I have dry skin and I feel like makeup just looks so much better when you melt it together with setting spray. So I will do that in just a second once my mascara is all dry on top and bottom. I really should not be doing my bottom mascara until the top is dry. Hang on. Okay, so now that we have our eyes done, I feel like I can't look anywhere until my mascara is all dry. I have to go get my liquid lipstick that I've been wearing constantly. I've been wearing a few different colors constantly, but let me go get my liquid lipstick and show you the ones that I've been loving. Okay, I finally found it. I don't know where I put everything nowadays. So the lipsticks that I've been wearing, I've been rotating between 3 lately. Kat Von D Lolita, I mentioned that in my favorites, but I'm not gonna wear that because you've already seen me, whatever. I already showed you that just not long ago. Dose of Colors Truffle, which is probably, I don't know. Let me decide. Dose of Colors Truffle. And then also this one from Smashbox. It is so pretty. Which one is this? Stepping Out, is that the shade? Smashbox liquid lipsticks are so comfortable to wear. Honestly though, this one's really dry and crusty. I think I might be out. I need to go buy a new one. But if you haven't tried the Smashbox liquid lipsticks, but what are they actually called? Always On liquid lipstick. It is such an amazing formula and it is so comfortable. I need to replace this one. So obviously I can't wear this today because I'm out. But that's a good one as well, and it's a good color. So I'm gonna pop on Dose of Colors Truffle, which unfortunately I think is sold out right now. So should I wear it if it's sold out? Whatever. There's a bunch of different shades. You can use, Kat Von D has a good one, and then the Smashbox one as well. What I like about the Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks is they smell like vanilla. They smell so good. Okay, so from there I will spray my face with some setting spray, and I always use Morphe setting spray. It's so good. It's super fine. It doesn't squirt at you. I love setting with what is this? MAC Fix Plus as well. But yeah, if you like haven't used it for a little bit or it's way down here, it tends to like leave splotches and dots on your face. Anyway, I'm gonna set my face so that everything kind of melts together and it looks like nice and just put together instead of just on my skin. I wish I had a Morphe code because it's pretty much all I own right now. No, I own a lot more makeup than I need to admit, that's for sure. Okay, you guys, so that is gonna do it for my everyday makeup look. If I'm doing makeup this fall, this is pretty much everything that I always use. Honestly though, it takes me 30 minutes, maybe not even. I guess I've never timed myself. It probably takes me less than 30 minutes to be honest with you, because I'm usually just slapping it on and not caring too much what it looks like, especially because I don't do false lashes. much anymore. I definitely do false lashes when I want to feel extra and glam, and if I'm just in the mood, I love false lashes, but I don't do them every day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Even if you're not a makeup lover and you're watching this video, thank you so much for just supporting me anyway. I know there's probably going to be a lot of you who just watch this to watch it and support, and maybe you aren't that into makeup. But yeah, again, I was gonna include this in a vlog, but I had the perfect opportunity to actually sit down and film an actual makeup tutorial, and I took it for granted. So here we are. So anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed it. For those who were asking for a makeup tutorial, and I will leave everything linked down below in case you were interested on knowing where I got it or what shades I use and want to remember and why not. So I'll talk to you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye. Okay, it is 8:12 on a Friday night, and I just finished doing my makeup for the day, and now I'm gonna go wash it off.